Hello, guys. Braxcast time. Once again, this is the 105th episode of the Braxcast, and there is a good amount of stuff to talk about. One of the things I'm going to mention is that we're finally getting stuff shipped out. So they have been on the back end resolving these issues with shipping, and those have been resolved. Apparently, you might get some stuff that you ordered under one carrier shipped with another as to resolve this, but Ripazine 5 is shipping, Daughter of Revenge is shipping. I got a shipment notification for the Ripazine Omnibus, and I'm sure as the weeks go on, we'll get stuff like the Isom Statue, Blood Roof number 2, Detention Crew Part 1, and I'll of course be reviewing that all. So check your notifications, and I'm sure this stuff will start trickling in, and I will of course be reviewing it as I get it. And then of course in other news, we do have the MegaCon Orlando. This will be from the 19th to the 22nd of this year. And the real big news, of course, I'm not sure if you guys can really see it all that well, but this is the creators of Gabriel and the Guardians, Saturday, March 21st. And Student of God tipped me off to this and said apparently in the Discord server, it's basically confirmed that there is going to be a big announcement associated with Gabriel and the Guardians. Of course, Gabriel and the Guardians is the anime from Angel Studios. That first episode, I don't think there's anything more than that first episode. And of course, the number 0 manga came out about a year and some change ago at this point. And I reviewed it. I really liked it. I do hope there is more of it, and we will most likely get that announcement next weekend. So very exciting stuff. And of course, Chuck Dixon and Eric July will be there that same day. So we might get some more announcements. Maybe we'll get like a Zalen miniseries or something like that. But I'm pretty skeptical since Chuck is pretty much like doing a lot of stuff on his own, and he's doing a lot of stuff in the Rippaverse with Joe, considering that Alpha Core 3 and Horseman number 3 are on the way, along with Alpha Core number 2. But that is basically all of the news other than the free pre-orders that were released. So we got free part 2s. We're starting with Norfrica Glorious Death number 2. And of course, the first issue was covering the very beginning of Valadon's story in Asgarth. And if you read the first issue, it sets up the story for Takari with Nyandala. The second issue is basically confirming that we're pivoting from Asgarth to Nyandala, and we're going to be following Takari's story. Definitely think it's going to start in the same way, where we'll see a kid Takari, and who knows, maybe it will end with some sort of convergence between Takari and Valadon, how they meet and how they become close enough friends to form the band Norfrica. But that is all pure speculation. It's going to be 56 pages. The pre-orders close on the 19th of June, and it will be releasing on the 29th of July. It's of course written by Eric July. Ronald Sanfriera is the artist, and Marcos Martins is the colorist. And of course, I'll say the cover. So we've got 3 covers revealed. Cover A is Ibrahim Swade. Cover B is by Will Conrad with Sebastian Chang as the colorist. Cover C is by Brow, and cover D is by Ronald Sanfriera. But I won't show it as a pop-up image because it is coming soon. So, which I really don't mind the covers being revealed as like a trickle. Just is what it is. But I don't really have that strong of a preference one way or the other. Of course, next we've got the Black-Eyed Club. This is the continuation of the Black-Eyed Club story. And all we've got is cover A, which is by R.D. Brown, colored by Marcos Martins. And cover C is Yevgeny Sokolov, with Candace Hahn being the colorist. The other 2 are to be announced, and they will be revealed soon. This is releasing, or the pre-orders close on the 5th of June, 2026, with a release date of the 1st of July, 2026, with Sylvia Saska being the writer, Janez Holland being the artist, and Guilherme Lindenberg being the colorist. And this is basically continuing Michael Copper's story with the Hellhounds in Europe. Of course, I can't comment really at all about how that story goes because we don't have the first part in our hands. I'm very excited to get that story. But this is basically really saying, for me, I can't give really all that much in terms of commentary for like, oh, I think this is going to happen. Here's my speculation, because we basically just have like 2 synopsises, and that's really not enough to go off of in terms of rampant, wild speculation. And of course, the same is for The Cursed. So this is Jen Saska's book covering Lily Narnashi. Of course, her husband is murdered in the first part, and this starts off a whole chain of events that starts to culminate in the second part. And it's basically the same thing with Black Eyed Club. It's like, oh, it's a cool premise. We have the synopsis for the first part, but we haven't read the first part. So saying what exactly happens in the second part, what I'm looking forward to in the second part, is very, very uncertain for me. Of course, we've got Ademir Lear as the cover artist for cover A, with Marcos Martins being the color artist for all these covers. Alison Rodriguez is the cover artist for B, and Andrew Magnum is the cover artist for cover C. And this is going to close on the 5th of June, 2026, and will release on the 1st of July, 26, same days as Black Eyed Club. Of course, I mentioned Jen Saska is going to be the writer. Chrysanthemum Zamora is going to be the artist, with Marco Lesko being the colorist, and I believe that is the same team that is working on the part 1 for The Cursed. And then I would also like to mention, I don't have it printed out, but I believe there was a cover reveal for Blood Roof, the black and white edition. I'll post it on the screen here, so that way you guys can see it. It looks really cool. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll definitely show it off when I get it in person, whenever that is. But that is really all I have to say for this episode of the Braxcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this
comment,
episode.
follow, and subscribe to keep up with the Rippaverse.